All right, welcome to another episode of Paul's Collectibles, and this one is a little different in as much as it's just a quick video to talk about one of the figures from the latest vintage collection wave of action figures that literally just arrived at my house a few minutes ago. I'm not normally the action figure guy. Everybody kind of considers me the helmet guy, but I do consider myself a little bit of a collector of the TVC as well, and I buy the cases as they come out, especially the Troopers. And we got a great Trooper figure in this wave. It's the Clone Trooper Lieutenant from Teth from Star Wars the Ahsoka Series. Now, there's a couple of things I like about this. Number one, it's a Clone Trooper, and he's got the blue accent for Lieutenant. But second, this was the first time we'd ever seen a clone trooper with a live human being in it. They were before, as everyone is well aware, CGI, but they had actual actors this time, and it looked really cool and it was fun to have. But I noticed something very specifically interesting about this that I'm sure maybe a bunch of other people have talked about in videos, but I wanted to get your opinion. If you look very closely at this figure, there's something wrong with it, but I'm not sure why. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, other than the fact that this guy has two little stripes here on his uniform and they don't show up on the figure, if you'll recall from Attack of the Clones, the officers, when they had color stripes like this or color flashings, they also had four little dots right across here on the chest of the same color. And this guy does not. Isn't that interesting? Now, I know that's kind of being nitpicky and a lot of people aren't really interested in that kind of thing, but I found it kind of fascinating. Here's my conundrum. Why? Why is it like that? Now, as we can see in the picture, this figure is accurate to what we see in the picture, and as I recall from the show as well, they did not have the four dots anymore. Now, is this because the producers of this episode of Ahsoka or the costumers messed up and forgot to put the four dots on there, and so consequently the figure doesn't have four dots? Or is this a evolution of the lieutenant uniform or the officer's uniform where they dropped the four dots by then? Because as you know, by the time we get to phase 2, the colors don't mean rank anymore. They mean all kinds of different units and specialties. So is this a natural evolution? Or is this some other kind of mess up that completely threw the whole thing off, and now we've just gotten this weird one-off where this simple, specific lieutenant doesn't have the four dots? I just thought that was something kind of interesting. I don't normally make action figure videos anymore because, like I said, I'm the helmet guy, but I was interested in finding out what your thoughts were on that. So if you don't mind and you're interested, tell me in the comments below. Is that some sort of mistake? Is it an evolution? What's going on there? What happened to the four dots on these officers? And really quick, let's see on the back. Yeah. It doesn't show those four dots in the picture or on the figure there either. By the way, he is VC348, in case you're wondering. Clone Trooper Lieutenant from Teth, missing what I think is probably an integral part of his uniform. But as I mentioned, what say you, my friends? But with that, I'll see you on the next video.